Welcome to this special episode on our channel, where we take a closer look at the lives of the stars we admire and the challenges they go through. Today, we're talking about a story that's touching hearts all over the world. Today, the world woke up to heartbreaking news. Jen Arnold has had a severe heart attack. She was rushed to the hospital and is now in very critical condition. Doctors say she is fighting for her life every minute. Her whole family, her husband Bill Klein, their son Will, daughter Zoe, and other loved ones, are deeply heartbroken and gathered by her bedside, surrounded by fear and prayer. Doctors have said that Jen's condition is extremely critical. They've recommended that she be taken to Japan as soon as possible for advanced treatment. But this isn't just another news story. Jen Arnold is someone who has already faced so many challenges in life. And now, she's facing something unimaginable. Jen Arnold was born on March 10, 1974, in St. Petersburg, Florida. She was born with spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita, a rare condition that affects bone growth. She stands just 3 feet 2 inches tall and went through many struggles from a young age, including more than 30 surgeries on her legs and spine. Even though she spent much of her childhood in hospitals, Jen never gave up. With strong support from her parents, David and Judy Arnold, she learned to see her differences as strengths, not weaknesses. She was a bright student and followed her dream of becoming a doctor. Jen went to the University of Miami for her undergraduate studies and later attended the well-known Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, where she chose to specialize in pediatrics and neonatology. Taking care of premature and critically ill babies was personal for her. She understood what it meant to fight for survival. During her medical training, Jen met Bill Klein, who also has skeletal dysplasia. They were set up on a blind date and quickly bonded over their shared experiences. Their relationship grew, and they got married in 2008 in Jen's hometown. They built a life full of love, strength, and support for each other. In 2009, their story reached people all over the world when TLC launched The Little Couple. The reality show followed Jen and Bill's life in Houston, Texas, where Jen worked at Texas Children's Hospital and Bill ran his business. The show captured their struggles, successes, and the home they designed to meet their needs. It ran for 14 seasons and won the hearts of viewers with its honesty, humor, and inspiring message. Jen Arnold became more than a doctor and a TV personality. She became a role model who showed the world that strength, love, and hope can help overcome even the hardest challenges. One of the most emotional parts of Jen and Bill's story is their journey to become parents. Since pregnancy was too risky for Jen, they chose adoption. In 2013, they adopted their son Will from China. Will, who also has dwarfism, was 3 years old and quickly became their miracle. That same year, they adopted their daughter Zoe from India. Her bright, joyful spirit completed their family. Becoming parents brought them deep joy. They faced challenges together, but also celebrated special moments like Will's first bike ride and Zoe's dance recital. But life took a hard turn in late 2013 when Jen was diagnosed with stage 4 choriocarcinoma, a rare form of cancer. Viewers watched as she went through chemotherapy, lost her hair, and battled exhaustion. Bill stayed by her side through it all, and her children gave her strength. By 2014, she was in remission, a true example of courage and strength. The family later moved back to St. Petersburg, Florida, and in 2022, they moved to Boston. Jen became the program director of the simulation program at Boston Children's Hospital and joined the faculty at Harvard Medical School. She also became a best-selling author, a motivational speaker, and a strong advocate for dwarfism awareness. By 2024, Jen and Bill had been married for 16 years, continuing to share happy family moments online. Will, now 15, enjoys school, art, and sports. Zoe, 11, shines as a lively and talented performer. Alongside their beloved pets, Rocky and Maggie, the Klein family shows what love, strength, and hope truly look like. Then came August 2025. It began as a normal day. Jen, now 51, was at Boston Children's Hospital, leading a training session for Nike staff. Her coworkers said she was her usual self, full of energy, focus, and inspiration. But around midday on August 20th, something went terribly wrong. People saw Jen suddenly grab her left arm and turn pale. She said she felt sharp chest pain, like an elephant was sitting on her. One nurse, who spoke anonymously, said Jen collapsed in the hallway, gasping for air. Paramedics got there quickly. On the way to the hospital, ironically, the same hospital where she works, Jen's heart stopped twice. She had to be revived with CPR. Though she was brought back, her heart had suffered serious damage. Doctors diagnosed a massive myocardial infarction, a severe heart attack caused by blocked coronary arteries. Why did this happen to someone like Jen? Experts say there could be many reasons. Her condition's skeletal dysplasia can put extra stress on the heart. Her past chemotherapy treatments may have weakened her heart as well. Stress from her demanding job and possible genetics may have played a role too. Heart disease doesn't discriminate, says cardiologist Dr. Elena Ramirez. Even someone as healthy and active as Jen can be at risk. As soon as she arrived at the hospital, Jen went into emergency surgery. Doctors placed a stent to open the blocked artery. But complications followed. Her heart rhythm is unstable. She keeps having episodes of ventricular fibrillation, a life-threatening condition that requires electric shocks to restart her heart. She's now on a ventilator, sedated in the ICU, surrounded by machines. Her blood test results show high levels of troponin, which means her heart muscle is badly damaged. Her ejection fraction, the amount of blood her heart pumps, is down to 25%. A healthy heart should be at 50 to 70%. Doctors say she has only a 30% chance of survival without advanced treatment. Her family is heartbroken. Bill, now 50, hasn't left her side. He holds her hand, quietly sharing memories. "She's my everything," he told a close friend. Will and Zoe were at first kept in a waiting room. When they were told what was happening, Will, always calm, punched a wall in anger. Zoe cried uncontrollably, saying, "Mommy has to come home." Jen's parents, David and Judy, flew in from Florida, looking tired and full of worry. Bill's family came too. The hospital chapel has become their place of prayer and hope. Doctors have suggested a new type of stem cell therapy available in Japan. It involves injecting stem cells through a catheter to help repair the heart tissue. In a case in Osaka, a 50-year-old woman went from a 20% to 45% ejection fraction within a few months after treatment. The risk of rejection is low since the cells come from the patient's own body. But the cost is high, over $500,000. Still, it could save her life. Why not do this in the US? Because FDA trials are still in progress. Japan approved it faster. If Jen stabilizes, she could be flown there in an air ambulance equipped with life support systems. Her family would go with her, though the kids might stay with their grandparents. Jen isn't just a celebrity. She's a true fighter. Think back to her cancer battle in 2013. After a miscarriage and lung tumors, she went through chemo, losing her hair, but staying strong. Bill even shaved his head to match hers. The kids adjusted by drawing pictures and offering comfort. She came back to work stronger than ever. She has always fought for others. She spoke at Little People of America events, and she helped make healthcare more accessible in Boston. Her simulation program trains doctors using lifelike mannequins, cutting down on errors by 30%. She and her family have shared happy stories too. Disney vacations, where Jen proudly rode roller coasters despite height restrictions. The journey to adopt Will in China and Zoe in India. Bill's pet business, inspired by their dog Rocky. Their books, filled with messages of hope and positivity. If Jen makes it through, imagine the powerful comeback story it will be. But right now, everything is uncertain. Her family is huddled in the ICU, holding on to memories. The kids talk to friends over FaceTime. Doctors say Jen is stable but still critical. The plan for Japan is ready. Her visa is being rushed. If she stabilizes, the flight is tomorrow. Friends, this story hits so close to home because Jen feels like part of our own families. If her story has touched your heart, please like, share, and leave your thoughts and prayers in the comments below. Arnold just celebrated her 50th birthday, and according to her husband Bill Klein, she may have discovered the secret to looking young. Jen is now based in Boston and works as a physician, specifically in the simulation section of the neonatal care unit at Boston Children's Hospital. While her work is highly technical, many people still know her from the TLC show The Little Couple. Even though Jen and Bill are no longer on television, they continue to share updates about their lives and their children, Will and Zoe, on social media. Jen and Bill seem very happy together. Their bond is strong, and they often combine work with fun. Last year, they even spent some time in Europe, although they mostly stay close to home with family and friends in the Boston and New York areas. Bill enjoys taking photos of Jen and sharing them online. For her birthday, he posted a photo of her with their kids, Zoe and Will. In the caption, he wrote that Jen seems to have figured out the science of staying young, but she hasn't shared her secret with him. He added that even after 18 years and 2 days since they first met again, she still looks amazing. He wished her a happy birthday and reminded everyone that age is just a number, one that tells us how much time we've spent here so far. In the comments, fans agreed. Many said Jen looks as young as ever. One fan said they followed the show since the early days when Jen and Bill just had their dogs. Others complimented Jen on being both smart and beautiful and praised Bill for taking such good care of her. Later, Jen had a moment that made her cringe. She shared that someone had referred to her using the word munchkin. The term came up after she had made a social media post in honor of Dwarfism Awareness Month. In the post, Jen explained how certain words are offensive when referring to people with dwarfism. The term munchkin was one of the main ones she mentioned. Jen shared past experiences to raise awareness. For example, she once tried to get a pedicure, but the location had no elevator and the staff still charged her a cancellation fee. These stories help people understand the challenges little people face, not just in October during Dwarfism Awareness Month, but all year long. Still, some people don't understand that children and adults with dwarfism are just like everyone else. Even actor Peter Dinklage was upset when Disney announced they were remaking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, questioning why they were still telling such outdated stories. Jen followed that up by posting a story on Instagram about a flight attendant who asked if she had ever visited Chittenango, New York, where they celebrate the Wizard of Oz with a parade of munchkins. Jen didn't call the person rude. She admitted the woman meant well, but it still showed how far we have to go when it comes to education and awareness. Amy Roloff, another TLC star who has dwarfism, also shared her own frustrations about comments people make. She apologized to Jen for what happened, and Jen responded with kindness, saying she hoped her presence helped raise awareness. Jen's advocacy continues, and she keeps encouraging others to learn more about dwarfism. Do you agree that there's still a lot to learn, even with shows like The Little Couple and others raising awareness? Meanwhile, Jen and Bill are also starting a new journey. They recently teased a major life update on social media. Bill traveled from Boston to Los Angeles this week to attend comedy fantasy camp. Jen proudly supported him, and fans congratulated him in the comments. What started out as a fun idea is turning into something more serious. Bill might actually be exploring a future in comedy. Jen shared a photo of Bill with comedian Caroline Rhea, saying they had a great time meeting her and getting advice. This shows how serious Bill is about learning and growing in this new direction. It's still unclear whether Bill plans to turn comedy into a full-time career or keep it as a fun side activity. Either way, fans are excited for him. Many say Bill is naturally funny on social media and think comedy is a great fit. One fan said Caroline Rhea is the best and that Bill will have a blast. Another said it's wonderful that he's doing what he loves. Do you think Bill should pursue comedy more seriously? Could this be a new career for him? As part of this new journey, Bill posted on social media that he's headed to Los Angeles. He shared a new photo and gave fans a little more info. Right now, Jen, Bill, and their kids live in the Boston area. They previously lived in Florida. The family loves to travel and make memories together. This week, Bill flew to Los Angeles to attend the comedy fantasy camp, which is run by big names like Adam Carolla and Jay Leno. According to the camp's website, it's an immersive 4-day experience where participants learn comedy techniques from top professionals. Bill seems to have an exciting few days ahead. Fans are cheering him on in the comments, with one person saying they always thought Bill was funny. Jen posted a picture from the plane as she traveled with Bill. She wrote that they're heading to LA for fantasy camp and that she's proud to support Bill as he explores his sense of humor. Fans are hoping that Bill shares videos from the camp and that he might even perform for an audience. One fan said they're sure Bill will be great. Others are excited to see what happens next.